Yo, Philly 254 living life. Back at it. Today, we're taking a look at a game that was recently released on Steam called The Precinct. Now, I'm not going to do a how well does it play because I kind of pretty much did that on its demo, which was released like last year at some point. And just for transparency's sake, the gameplay is amazing. Okay, so I mean, it even has a setting on there labeled Steam Deck, so it plays great on the Steam Deck. So just put it on out there. Any other handheld system, if it plays great on the Steam Deck, it's definitely gonna play great on those. So let's just put it on out there. I did test it specifically on the Steam Deck, which in that case, consistently 30 frames per second, no issues whatsoever. I mean, just kind of look at it. You can kind of tell it's not like a super graphically intense game or anything like that. So that's no big deal on that. So how well, not more how well does it play, but what's up with it? So the Precinct, you're basically playing the role of a rookie cop on the beat, doing your thing, right? And the first, I guess, prelude, whatever, of the game is just you kind of just learning the basics of the game, learning about giving tickets, stopping crimes, putting on your sirens when you're driving, learning the mechanics of driving itself. You even fly a helicopter, a ghetto bird. So, I mean, the first few, I won't even call them missions, but the first part of it is just basically you learning the basics of the game and how it works. As you can see right there, I'm looking at a I'm sorry, a parking meter. I said a traffic ticket, a parking meter. Now, it seems so when you say it out loud, it sounds boring. Checking parking meters and all that kind of crap, but it's not. It's not. So I'm gonna put it out there because I had to verify this for myself. Yes, this game is called The Precinct. Yes, you do play an officer. You are not a crooked cop. That's not the objective of the game. I mean, you can go in there and do unwarranted arrests and frisk, random people without reading their rights and things like that, or, open up fire on a suspect or whatever. But the game, you're not going to be rewarded for it. The game rewards you, gives you XP for basically doing everything by the book, reading out the rights, making sure you check them, when I say check them, frisk them or whatnot. If it shows that they smell like alcohol, because it'll give you a little warning indicator, hey, this dude kind of smells like alcohol. Give him the breathalyzer. Once you give him the breathalyzer, you got to do the paperwork by making sure you kind of list what, I guess, laws you observed them breaking. Now, you can do that manually, and I did it like once or twice, and I was like, nah, I'm kind of done with that. Or you can just have your partner do it, kind of basically give them the paperwork, and they just list everything out for you. And I just pretty much do that way, because I don't have time to be paying attention to see what you do. I'm not a real cop. Sorry. So you can't be overly, aggressive when taking down someone. Like, for example, as you're looking right now, taking down someone who's just doing some graffiti. You can't just, take them down, put 4 shots into the dome, you know what I'm saying? And then drag their body to the precinct and be like, all right, good job. No, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And the game, like I said, it does have a progression system. So what you're basically doing is each day you start your shift. You're either given a vehicle heavy shift, basically your patrol car shift, where you're looking for people speeding, carjacking, things like that of that nature. And then you're given basically a street shift where you're on foot. You're looking muggers, you're getting muggers, people who are just doing street crimes, just running from the police. And then every now and then, you will get some stuff on the some things called into you where you basically gotta go, go to arrive at a situation, a robbery in progress, or burglary in progress, or some shit like that. So you may get those whatever, and if you're in the middle of something, you can decline. I haven't really declined anything. I'm lying. I did decline one thing, and the reason why is because it's not. So once you get someone, you don't just grab them and stop them or whatever. You grab them and arrest them and it's over. Then you got to figure out how you're gonna get them back to the precinct, because you can't leave them on the street, in handcuffs, because you do handcuff them. You got to make sure you read them the rights and everything, right? So you either take them to the precinct yourself. Right here, you see me get my ass whooped because I was trying to figure out what am I supposed to do? But you either read it and write, well, not read and write. You either take it to the precinct yourself, or you call for a squad car to come pick them up. Once you call for a squad car to come pick them up, you can just walk off. They'll just stand there, patiently wait for a squad car to come grab them and take them to to the office or to the precinct or whatever. So now, when you're chasing someone, when they run from you, when you're running, you can press A to do a tackle. You can press, I think it's X to kind of give them verbal commands. Hey, stop! It's the police. Sometimes they'll just kind of give it up and say, "Oh crap! All right, I'll just stop because he told me to stop." A lot of times they ignore that shit. When you tackle them, it looks funny as hell because when you tackle them, it ain't like Roman Reigns tackle or some shit. You tackle them, and then both of y'all just go tumbling. I mean, full ragdoll physics. So you tackle them and then to apprehend them. It took me a few tries to figure it out. As you can see, I was struggling a little bit. When you apprehend them, there's like a little button that pops to press A, and once you press A, you got to repeatedly smash down at A over and over and over again to basically manhandle them, wrestle them down, and then you can kind of just do what you got to do. I didn't get that last part. I would press A, and then I would press A one time, thinking I'm supposed to do something. They would knock the shit out of me, and they just wait for me to get up and do some more. And it took me a few minutes to realize I got to keep pressing A. So just kind of keep that in mind. When you're about to, I guess, take down a perp, mash that A button. Mash that A button. At least for me, it was A because I was playing on Steam Deck. I don't know, whatever you may have set up with your controller or whatever, or if you're doing it on keyboard. But mash that bitch. Mash it. Overall, the game's pretty fun. You're playing a by the books cop. And I kind of alluded to this earlier. After you do your beat for the day, and you see my dude trying to climb the fence and back. But after you do your beat for the day, it's gonna tally up all the rest you did and give you XP based on if you did everything correctly. If you messed up on certain things, you didn't read them their Miranda rights, or you just started frisking people random, here's some shit, or you got did some excessive force, it's gonna dock you XP points. And those XP points obviously go to where you can kind of level up. You can kind of go in and level up certain things. The things you can level up are based what you would expect in a game like this. Level up your stamina, level up your health, level up, what guns you have access to, things like that, of that nature. And then kind of go in that way. So if you want to level up properly, be a good cop. If you want to suck, then suck. I died on the game, a couple times, I think, twice. And there was no real, I guess, and I'm playing on the default setting. I haven't upped to nothing crazy, but there was no real, I guess I feel like there was no real issues with dying. I got killed in a gunfight. The game just started over where I was and just picked up where I was and did my thing. Okay, that's cool, I guess. So there's no real consequence. I was trying to think of the word earlier. Consequences to dying. I mean, you got to pick up where you were, but literally, when I say literally, where you were. So the beginning of the gunfight is where you pick up at. Okay, no big deal, I guess. I mean, it's whatever. So there's no real consequences. Again, I haven't played like I guess the any higher difficulty levels, but from what I can tell, it is what it is. You have an issue, you get in a situation, you get killed, you on the line of duty, and it just restarts you from literally that last point, from whatever killed you, to start over and try again. Even when you take damage, it's on that I guess regenerating health system. So you take some damage, if you kind of just stay behind cover for a few minutes, yeah, you'll regenerate, you'll be all right. And gunfights are kind of handled where you use the left joystick or left thumbstick to kind of just control where you're aiming. That's simple. Think of like well, it's pretty simple, I guess. So let's just think of like you just control the reticle with the left thumbstick and just kind of shoot where you want to shoot. No big deal. Ultimately, the game's pretty fun. It sounds like it has a lot of mundane stuff, but it's all fun as hell. In my opinion, it is, at least. It's all pretty damn fun. I would say check it out. It's not that expensive. I think it was like 23 bucks on Steam, 29 bucks maybe, I don't know, on Steam. I'd double check that. I throw it up, I make it flash or some shit. But I would say check it out. If you have checked it out, if you have started playing it, let me know. What are your thoughts on it? Are you enjoying it? You having fun being a cop? So, oh no. If you like more Steam Deck news, walkthroughs, guides, gameplay, like and subscribe. Cruise through the playlist style. And I'm out.
Suspect vehicle identified in Bakersfield.
Dispatch, I need backup here.
Understood.
Tires punctured, but they're still moving.
Suspect vehicle was last seen in Chinatown.
I need some backup.
Roger that.
Request support. Hawk 12 to Central, aerial pursuit has been terminated.
Hawk 12, you are cleared to return to command.
You take the wheel, kid. You're only gonna learn this kind of thing by doing it yourself. On vehicle patrols, you want to keep an eye out for speeders and erratic drivers. Drive slow, eyes open. If we see someone breaking the law, I'll guide you. If you're struggling to find speeders, the highways are a good bet. Get behind a vehicle to check their speed. We got a live one, kid. Get behind them and blip the siren and make them pull over. Check their ID, then issue the fine. In that order.
Central, requesting a 1029 on the subject.
Checking database for records.
Speeding like that deserves a fine.
Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
That'll slow them down. If you're struggling to find speeders, the highways are a good bet. Same routine as before. Get on their tail and flip the siren. Okay, go check their ID, but don't issue a fine just yet.
Dispatch, I need an ID check.
Affirmative, stand by.
I smell booze. Ask them to exit the vehicle and then perform a breath test. Now ask them to blow into the breathalyzer. You just got your first DUI, partner. Go ahead and make the arrest. Call an escort unit to take our suspect
You
to the
have the
precinct.
right to remain silent.
You won't always be able to tell if a car is speeding, which is why we check their speed. Speeders are out in force today. All you, kid. Don't let him get away!
Suspect vehicle last spotted in Mercer Heights.
Civilian hit!
Roger that. Suspect vehicle identified on Portalo Hill.
Get tighter to the suspect! Find the perp, quick! Damn it, they got away. Keep an eye out for other speeders. If you're struggling to find speeders, the highways are a good bet. Get behind a vehicle to check their speed. Speeders are out in force today. All you, kid. Don't let him get away!
Close the gap, Booch.
Suspect vehicle was last seen on Fenwick North Bay.
Focus.
Suspect vehicle last spotted in Ramona.
Book up, Dano.
Suspect is on foot!
Roger that.
You have the right to remain silent. Hey, you! Control, check this one for priors.
Checking database for records. 84, no infractions on record.
Okay, they're sober. What say we run this one downtown ourselves? Just relax, will ya? The suspects need to go in the vehicle. It's a flame out! What are you waiting for? Get him out of the car and into the station. Get the detainee from the back seat and take him inside. Quit struggling.
We'll hold this position by the door and watch for runners. These goons aren't expecting us, so we should catch them off guard. Breach team, begin your approach. Remember, Costa is your primary target. We want him alive. According to our source, he's in a red jacket. On my mark, 3, 2, 1, mark. Got a positive ID on the leader, sir. He's in a red jacket. That's your guy. Remember, we need him alive. Keep running.
Shots fired! She's shooting! He's shooting! Whoa, friendly fire! Shots fired! He's shooting! Shots fired! Take her down! She's shooting! Suspect is down. Take her down! Shots fired! She's shooting!
Got a positive ID on the leader, sir. He's in a red jacket. That's your guy. Remember, we need him alive. He's running.
Shots fired! Suspect KIA. Suspect down. Central, suspect is neutralized. He's shooting! Take him down! Suspect is down.
He's running.
right to remain silent. Hey. Dispatch, I need an ID check.
Affirmative, stand by. Records indicate prior criminal activity.
You got this? You had a good long while in trouble out here. Now you're going to be with us for a good while longer.
You got the wrong guy.
Got the judge. Central, we have a visual on a 1053. Stand by.
Roger.
On our way, dispatch.
Control, check this one for priors.
Received. Checking now. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Suspect is fleeing on foot.
Support is standing by.
Central, please be advised of a 1010 underway.
Roger that.
Control, we're on it.
Hold it. Hey, you! Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Affirmative, stand by. 84, no infractions on record. Multiple reports of a 1039 vandalism in Litchfield.
This is 84. Littering violation reported.
Understood.
You have the right to remain silent. Don't make it worse for yourself. Control, check this one for priors.
Received. Checking now. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
Dispatch, I need an ID check.
Checking database for records. 84, no infractions on record.
Control, check this one for priors.
Affirmative, stand by. All clear on that search. No criminal history. Patrol be advised, receiving calls of burglary on Portalo Hill.
On our way, dispatch.
Hey, you!
Assistance is available.
You have the right to remain silent. Hey! Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Checking database for records. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
We'll take that. On it.
Patrol, we had a 911 report of a drug buy in progress in Brookhaven.
84, Adam. Show us handling.
Take it easy. You have the right to remain silent. Hey, you! Control, check this one for priors.
Received. Checking now. 84, no infractions on record.
HQ, this is Kelly. I need a plate check.
Affirmative, stand by. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
Control 84 requesting a plate run.
Received. Checking now. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Listen up, everyone. Before you get to your regular assignments, we have a special guest who needs our help.
Spencer,
Oh, my mistake.
Hello, officers. I come to you with news of a serious crime.
They stole them out of the.
Some, yes.
Got any suspects?
I have no earthly.
Okay.
These streets won't clean themselves. Elves.